What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Auto Auction Rebuilds. We're back at Insurance Auto Auctions here in Oklahoma City for another walk around. Let's jump into this video today and see what we find. So as we tend to do out here, we're going to just kind of walk through the cars and the trucks, and we're going to see what we find. If we find something interesting, we'll stop and take a look at it. And as always, if you happen to see something that you'd like me to look at that I missed, leave a timestamp in the video, tell me what you're looking for, and I'll do my best to come back and check it out next time I'm here, assuming, of course, it's still here. Well, that's interesting. That's not something you see every day. A truck with a bed on top of the bed. Now, obviously, that's the original bed that came with this truck, but usually people sell those separately. Typically, you don't get both beds. That is very unusual. What a truck. Wow. Damn, that thing is crazy. That thing looks so big next to this one. This one rolled over, so it's a little flat right now. Let's get through here, if I can do this without falling over. Oh my God, look at that old Jeep over there. Oh man, what is that, like an early 90s, late 80s? I almost have to go look at it. I probably shouldn't. Very rarely do I make my way over to this side of the yard. As you can see, most of it is just burnt and chopped and screwed, as my fiance likes to say. Oh, my back is chopped and screwed. I'm like, oh my God. Anyway, look at this little thing. America Can Cars for Kids. Wow. I mean, it's got a ding in the front. It's definitely not perfect, but this thing is cool, man. No top at all, like nothing. This thing is ready to just go cruise, man. I assume it doesn't run. I ought to put this on my watch list. This is a Wrangler. What year is this? I forgot to check. It's a, what is it, 89? 1989. I really want this. I'm going to put this on my list, guys. I know it's not up for sale yet, but when it comes up for sale, I definitely want this. All right, if the wind is too much for you, I'm truly sorry. There's nothing I can do about it, man. The wind gusts today are over 40 miles an hour, man. God, the way they move these giant things around is crazy. Like effortless. They move these things around like it's nothing, man. I wouldn't want that job. That's a lot of responsibility. If you make a wrong move, if you turn too fast, no thank you. I pass on that. Mad props and respect to the loaders out here hauling these things around for us. All right, let's look around. There is something that I found, I don't know, a week or two ago out here, and I'd really like to figure out if it's still here, because I wanted to bid on it really bad. It was a minor collision Mercedes S550. It looked like a relatively easy fix, but the lot number that I have for it doesn't exist, and it's like the car just disappeared. I can't find it, and I really, really wanted this car. It's silver. It's in one of my previous walk-around videos. For the life of me, I have no idea where it was out here in the yard. None at all. So if I see it, we're definitely going to stop and have a look at it, because I'm thinking either it got a new lot number, or maybe, I hope not, but maybe it got pulled from the auction. That would be a real shame, because that's one that I think we could have gotten for pretty cheap. Although the last thing I need really is another luxury car. I'm currently winning a 2016, I think, CLS 550. That's probably very broken. I really shouldn't have bid on it, but I couldn't help myself. And I'm also winning a 1995 Mercedes S600. That's right, the V12, but it's kind of a rare one, guys. It's a coupe. That's right, I am winning a two-door 1995 S600. It's out in, well, it's somewhere in California. I don't want to tell you where it is. You guys are going to start bidding against me on it, but let's just say I'm winning it for a really, really good price. I find that out in California, it's easy to get stuff that normally would cost a little more money for pretty good prices. The only downside is shipping. You're going to be looking at an easy $1,500 to $1,800 to ship something. So the idea would be, if I win it, maybe, possibly, go out there, pick it up, sight unseen, and attempt to drive it home, which would make absolutely no sense at all, because getting parts for an old S600 like that is going to be next to impossible. If anything is wrong with it, good luck. We're going to be SOL. And how we would get it back then, I guess we'd have to pay for shipping, plus hotel fees, plus airfare. If nothing else, it should make for an entertaining video. So stay tuned. I'm doing the best I can with that. All right, I'm not seeing my little S600, my little S550. I do see, I got to stop real quick and show this to you guys. I had a subscriber, a viewer, I should say, get really upset with me. I mean, they were like raging, cussing mad in the comment section because I called this truck a Durango. They were absolutely furious with me for calling this S10 a Durango. Okay? So I hope that that person is still watching today, because it's very important that I show you this. This is the factory badge that says S10. And if you look at it closely, it says Durango. That's right. This is a Chevy S10 Durango. So I hope the guy who got so mad at me for calling a Durango and saying that I don't know what I'm talking about, I hope to see you in the comment section. You were so quick to call me out. Are you going to be so quick to apologize for being wrong? Okay, enough of that. Let's continue on and see what else we can find. And by the way, that S10, for whatever reason, reasons that I can't explain to you, I want it. I really want that old broken S10. It does not run. Obviously, it's a non-runner, non-driver. It's been parked for a long time. I can't really tell you why I want the damn thing so bad. I really want that old truck. I think it is cool as hell. All right, a little Suzuki. Nah. Somebody left that Land Rover's lights on. Nice little Chevy Colorado. I like those trucks. Something about a Chevy Colorado, man. They're kind of slick. I don't really see anything over here that I want to look at either. Let's continue on. We'll get down to the next aisle. Again, as I said before, if the wind is an issue, man, I'm sorry, but there is literally nothing I can do about it. We're about to turn the other direction though, so hopefully the wind quiets down, yeah, for you guys. All right, next aisle. I expect to see my S550 sitting over here, and I hope to find that it's got a new lot number or stock number. Otherwise, I don't know how I'm ever going to find it. I took a picture of the stock number, and I've been putting it into the computer every 3 or 4 days, and it just says that it doesn't exist. Now over here, this is typically the aisle that you're going to find all of your donations, and I love this aisle. Oh, look at this! Automatically, I can't help it. No, it's what is it, a little A4 with orange wheels. That's a good sign. I mean, it doesn't look bad though. The tint is horrible. 2.0 Quattro. Let's take a look at the interior real quick. I'm not going to spend much time on this one. Really, I don't really have any interest in an A4. It's got the brown interior. I like that. I really, really like the brown interior. The orange wheels on this though are just, that's pretty bad. 123,000 miles on the odometer. Really? I mean, the car doesn't look that bad. It's even got power. Oh, will it start? Does that push to start? Oh, it's one of these. You got to put the key in. It does run. It doesn't run very well. Ooh, boy, it doesn't run well at all. It's bad. It's real bad. It clears up when you get into the RPMs, though. But shut up. Yes, I hear you. Golly. Thank you. Does the air conditioning work? Let's try out the AC. It is hot today, guys. Like, I'm not even kidding. It is... Oh, man. Are you kidding me? Really? That's great. Oh, yeah. That's lovely. Okay, so as far as air conditioning is concerned, it's not blowing out of the vents at all. So there's nothing. Let's try to force it. There's something. Yeah, it feels like the air conditioning works, but it doesn't feel like it's coming out of the vents like it's supposed to. You know what I mean? What do you just turn the knob? There we go. Let's try it this way. There it is. Yeah, it's got air conditioning. It's nice. As far as the engine, it runs like crap, but then you get it about 2,500 RPM. And it runs fine. It's only at low RPMs that it starts misfiring like crazy. And I'll bet if we turned off that air conditioning, which, let's turn that off. We could check the oil level. Right? Oh, I forgot I got that crap all over my hands. Oh, now it's really running poorly. Yeah, I think it's wanting to die. Yeah, I think it's going to die. I don't know how to access this screen. I'm looking, is it right here? No, it ain't here. There's no iDrive. It doesn't seem to be here. That's air conditioning. This looks like it's the radio. So how you actually do things on that screen? Yeah, you got me, man. Somebody will have to comment below and tell me how to work a damn Audi. It's just an A4. You know what I mean? It's a base model little Audi. Boy, it runs bad. It does. It runs pretty poorly. I said we weren't going to spend long looking at it. Yeah, I'm done. Thank you. That's good enough. Thank you, but no thank you, is what I'm going to say to this one. It is a decent looking little car, though. Honestly, not aside from the orange wheels, it's not too shabby. If it ran better, maybe I'd consider looking at it. But let's see what else we got. This has finally come up for sale. And I wonder what... Oh, it's gone. Well, the G on the GMC fell off about a year ago, and I stuck it somewhere so that it wouldn't get lost, but it looks like it blew away, it flew away, something. This little S15 Jimmy, this thing, I have been wanting it for the longest time. Oh, there's the G right there. I stuck it under the windshield wiper so it wouldn't get lost. It's still locked. You can't get in. Somebody did a horrible job painting this thing. Like, this is absolutely awful. The tag says 2022. So, yeah, it probably doesn't run. I'd bet money it doesn't run. Unfortunately, this is listed. They finally have it up for sale after all this time waiting. It's listed as a non-runner, which I figured. It's listed as mechanically damaged. It's listed as electrically damaged, and nobody's bidding on it. So I'm trying to decide if this is even worth bringing to the channel. I've been waiting on this forever, but truthfully, how many of you are even going to be interested in seeing this? I'm going to have to get the door jimmied. The keys are in it, and then we can go from there. But I mean, honestly, this thing, I think the seats are mismatched. The paint is bad. It's just kind of a hot mess. But if you guys are interested in it, drop a comment below and let me know. An Impala, I love these Impalas. This one's wrecked, so we're gonna avoid it. I'm looking around and I'm hoping we're gonna find some other donations back here somewhere. Ones that are actually worth looking at, that is. I see several donations, but nothing that I'm interested in. Good God. Wow. Wow. Little X5. This was from Used Cars LLC. I don't know who that is. Not bad though. It's decent looking. Oh my God, what happened to you? A black front end and the rest of you is green. Oh, the Lincoln. This is the one that smells like death. And it has no keys. This is, I was very interested in this until I opened the door, and the smell is, it's an unforgettable and unmistakable smell, all right? It's really, really bad. We're just gonna keep walking, and I see a police car, or an ex-police car. Does it have any lights? I'm looking for another cop car if I can find one that's got lights. This is Highway Patrol. Looks like they took all the lights off of it though. No surprise. It is a start. It does have keys. An old State Trooper Charger, huh? Wrecked in the back? Oh yeah, well, I think it's more than that. Oh yeah. See what I mean? This happens to me every time I find a car that I'm interested in. I sit my bag. You notice I don't have my bag. It's sitting over here. As soon as I put the bag down, you know what happens? The car is wrecked on the other side. It's smashed on the side that I can't see. Now, here's something I'd be interested in. Finally, it's probably going to be a donation. It is. This is from Car Donation Foundation. This is a 1995 Pontiac Bonneville. Now, normally, this wouldn't even be something I'd be interested in, but it's getting so hard to find these cars anymore in any trim level that when I find one, I just fall in love with them all over again. The one that I would prefer is the SSEI. All right, that was the fully decked out, fully loaded, supercharged. You got your fog lights in the center. That's the one you want. If you're gonna get a Bonneville, find yourself an SSEI. If you can't find an SSEI, try to find an SSE. All right, there's nothing wrong with an SSE. But if you can't find an SSE, well, you could always just go back to the basics with the cloth interior and no options to speak of. I believe this is just an SE. I love these cars. It's got a full set of matching Firestone tires with good tread on them. Let's check this. Check out this other side. The spoiler just kills me, man. The spoiler on this family sedan. Obviously, this is a 3800. I believe in 95 was a Series 2. I could be wrong. This is a grandma car right here. Take a look at this interior. Absolutely grandma car. It smells like it is brand spanking new. I bet this thing doesn't have 100,000, 110,000 miles on it. Oh wow, it's got 176,000 miles. Yeah, that means the transmission is probably toast in this. These things weren't exactly known for reliability. You know what I mean? Let's close this door. It's got power. I can't believe this thing's got this kind of mileage. And it runs. No way. Oh wow. Do I feel a misfire? Yeah, she's definitely misfiring. I'm looking for the tilt, but I can't find it. Oh, back here. It's way back here. There we go. I knew it had tilt wheel. Air conditioning. We'll see. Somebody put the wrong knob on the radio. I guess it works. Oops. Well, I just lost it. Anyway, the radio does seem to work. It's got a cassette player. No cassette in. I'd be curious if that works. Glove compartment. Do not try to open the airbag cover. That's sound advice. Yeah, definitely don't try to open the airbag cover. I should probably put this back on. I'm not even sure how they made this work. Anyway, I'll put it right there. Let's see what's in the center here. Nothing. Air conditioning. It's got cold air. It's definitely misfiring a bit. Uh-oh. Express down. The motor works, regulator is bad. That window works. That window doesn't do anything. Neither does that one. Interesting. You've got your Sentinel headlights. You can crank them up, crank them down for sensitivity to light. There should be a photo sensor sitting right there in the middle of the dashboard, right in the center of your screen. There's a photo sensor. Here is your oil pressure, your battery voltage, temperature, and then you've got your regular gauges right here. I just love this thing. I really do, man. Wipers. Wow. 175,767 miles. It's due for an oil change. 12/9 to 23. So this thing's been driving, guys. This isn't like one that got parked for years. This one has literally been on the road. You got your ashtray right there. You got a cigarette lighter right. You've got the whole cigarette lighter right there in your hands. Somebody tried to push it in and it got stuck. It's never been used. Would you look at that? Never been used. Like I said, grandma car, except this grandma really liked to drive. You got a little overhead console right here that no longer opens. You've even got a cigarette lighter port right there. Do you see that? There's a power point in the roof. For what, I don't know, but there it is. Man, what a cool old car. And the seats, they're so plush, even for a base model. Air conditioning is nice. I'm gonna go ahead and turn it off, give it a little rev. Revs nicely. Gears, backwards, yes. Brakes feel good. Forward. I mean, it goes right into gear, guys. I'd be curious if is there a remote trunk release? Usually on GMs they're here in the glove box. Lots of napkins. No, I don't see the, there it is right there. I don't think it worked. God, this thing, it's a little hesitant to start, but man, again, just an old base model. Comes with 2 keys and then 1 door key. 2 ignition keys, 1 door key. Let's get out. Oh, I can't get the hood to pop. Either that or the hood is already open. Try not to hit the car next to me here. And we'll see if we can get that trunk open. Yeah, that hood doesn't want to pop. Kiwanis International. It's got some hail damage. Nope, that didn't open. Looks like the hood nor the trunk is going to open on this one. Hold on, am I wrong? Yeah, we're going to open the hood. We're going to find out if this is a Series 2 or the Series 3. Ugh. That's definitely a Series 2. It's missing the beauty cover. Yeah, she's definitely a little dirty. Somebody's done some work to it though. You see the blue O-rings? The blue seals? Those grommets? Somebody has replaced the valve cover gaskets. Everything under here looks pretty good. You have, what do we got? Do we have the upgraded metal lines? I think we do. Those coolant pipes were notorious for breaking. They were plastic. Oil looks good, due for a change, but it looks really good. Let's take a look at the transmission fluid, because back in these days, you could check your own transmission fluid. Back in these days, you could actually work on your own car. The trans fluid is not bad. It's due for a change as well, but it's not black or anything. It's a little brown. It's definitely due for a change. You know what? The more I look at this thing, the more I'm thinking, I bet this thing runs and drives just fine. I don't see any major leaks. I don't smell anything funky. It's just a good old car that you can work on yourself. I mean, this is something, you could probably buy this car when it goes up for auction. I bet it doesn't go for more than $600-700. You know, you probably be into it $1,000 out the door. You got a good set of matching tires, give it a car wash, clean it up a little bit. You know, it's definitely not the prettiest, and it's, well, let's be real, you're probably not going to find dates in this car. But then again, I'm here to tell you, the kind of people that are going to want you for the type of car you drive are probably not the people you're going to want to have as a lasting long-term relationship. You know, those are going to be superficial kind of people. It shouldn't really matter what kind of car you drive. And I'm here to tell you right now, I'll drive this car all day, every day. no problem at all. And my fiance, she'd be down to ride with me all day, every day in it as well. All right, let's see what else we can find. My little Bonneville, I put it on the watch list just for fun because it's $250. It's so hard to pass up a running, driving car, especially one that has cold air conditioning, when it's $250. Now, it probably won't go for that. I wouldn't be surprised if it goes for $500 or so, and out the door you're probably looking around $800 or $900. At that point, is it worth it? I don't know. You could probably find one on Facebook Marketplace for, well, if you can find one on Facebook Marketplace. But I think with as reliable as those cars are, I think it'd be worth $800 or $900 out the door. Oh my God. I haven't seen one of these. Oh wow. I can't tell you the flood of memories that just came back to me. This is an old Regal. I had one just like it when I was a kid. Oh wow. Mine had the digital instrument cluster. Oh, my heart is just pounding right now. Oh, this has the digital cluster. It does. This is just like the one I had. Oh my God. Oh, what I wouldn't give to have another one of these, just for nostalgia purposes and nothing else. They're crappy cars. 2.8 liter multi-port fuel injection. The transmissions, mine had a transmission go out. Just to give you some perspective, I had this car when I lived with my Uncle Ron in Terre Haute, Indiana. God, that car, I say they're not reliable, but I'm going to tell you right now, I was a stupid kid. I was dumb. I was one of those kids doing all the stupid crap that I complain about on these cars that I find out here today. I was into some bad stuff too. I was addicted to methamphetamine when I was younger, and this car, man, it's easy to get addicted to something like that when your best friend in the world is a cook, if you know what I mean. Needless to say, it was always plentiful, and I can't tell you how many laws were broken in my Regal. I mean, honest to God, that car was such a trooper, man. Anyway, I don't want to get too off track here, but addiction is a serious thing. I've been through it myself, and this car, wow, this car only has 81,000 miles on the odometer. The door handles you usually break. Now, what sucks is they did such a good job taping this up, and somebody ripped all the tape off of it so they could open the door from the inside. That's a shame. I can't tell you how many of these door handles I've had to fix or replace. They are a very bizarre setup. God, I love this car. I really love this car. I mean, I know it's wrecked beyond repair, but that digital dashboard. Oh, wait a minute. No. This isn't the one I had. Mine had digital everything. Mine must have been a little bit newer. Yeah, see, mine had digital oil pressure. It had digital fuel gauge. Mine was digital everything. And my Uncle Ron, my transmission went out. And my Uncle Ron paid a company up in Terre Haute called Finzel's Master Tech. Oh, this has got the 3800. I could have swore mine had a 2.8 liter under the hood. Man, I guess I could be wrong. It's only been, 20 plus years. I swear mine had a 2.8. I'm certain mine had a 2.8 liter under the hood. You know what? I bet this is a Grand Sport. I think the Grand Sports had the fog lights like this, because mine didn't have those fog lights either. Anyway, my uncle took my car. He loved my Regal. He took it up to Finzel's Master Tech, and they said that they could replace the transmission for X amount of dollars, like $1,200, $1,500, whatever. And he sent it there. He agreed. When we went to pick the car up, well, they changed their minds, and they ended up charging him like $2,400. He didn't even have the money for it. I sure didn't. I was just a stupid kid. But he was paying for it, and when he told them that wasn't the price that he had agreed to, they told him, you either pay the $2,400 or we're keeping the car and we're going to sell it. Now, I don't know if Finzel's Master Tech is still in business in Terre Haute or not. All I know is that I was with him for these experiences, and I could not believe it, and they did such a hack job on my car the instrument cluster, it was all digital, and it would, whoa, there we go. They did such a hack job on my car. It would say like park, reverse, neutral, drive, and used to when you put it in gear, it would go into that digital gear on the screen. After they got done with it, the whole screen just flashed. Park, reverse, neutral, drive. It just constantly flashed. It didn't do anything anymore. And when asked what the deal was with it, they said they didn't know. I ended up climbing underneath the car, and there's a wiring harness somewhere over here. Let's see what this guy's doing here. There's a wiring harness somewhere over here on the driver's side that runs underneath the, by where the unibody rail is, and they cut those wires and they spliced them all back into place and then like butt connected them all together. So that is most likely why they put the wrong transmission in my car. It worked, but it wasn't right. All right, anyway, I could get sidetracked with my stories, man. I think that's gonna be it for this video. Is that a Sebring? God, I had one of those too. My fiance, or sorry, ex-wife. I should say my fiance. My ex-wife crashed it. She had a head-on collision, and that was a disaster. Man, I got stories for days, and I just love seeing some of these cars that, well, not all of them, but I love seeing some of the cars that remind me of my past. While that Buick Regal that I had some bad memories attached to it, I lived a very important part of my life, and I got to share that with the car, if that makes sense. To me, it's not like cars are just steel. They're not just metal and plastic and wires. They got a personality, man. And that car, I owned that car for years. It went through things that I could never talk about on camera. I miss it. I ended up selling it eventually in Indiana and Terre Haute before I moved, and I never saw the car again. With that, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna get out of here. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, hit the thumbs up button and let me know. Consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already subscribed. And until next time, stay safe out there, everybody. I look forward to seeing you all again very soon in the next one.